Shalom, Yasharala. I want to give infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kakadash. I want to give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai, pushing this truth across the four winds in these last days, seconds, and times. I'm going to jump straight into this one. I was looking down my feed and caught Ruply TV, and something caught my eyes. All right. I'm going to say this before I get straight to the point. In these last days, seconds, and times, man, this devil, if you don't know who the devil is, it's just safe to say you're just not in reality and don't want to know. All right? The nation of Edom, the so-called white race, are the sons and daughters of perdition. And in the last days, they're going to come down on the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latin-speaking people on the planet with great wrath, because it's written, according to Revelation, the 12th chapter, the 12th verse. All right? And the brothers that are out here on these highways and byways, preferably the men of GMS, that's pushing this doctrine of life 100% raw and uncut, we're the ones that are going to be labeled boogeymen, and they're doing it already. The slander campaign started back around 2018, into 2018. And they have deemed us Hebrew Israelites, they're going to deem us Hebrew Israelites public enemy number one. Al-Qaeda, Taliban, all that shit is going to be a thing of the past. So when I looked at this clip, you're just not in reality on your watchtower if you ain't looking at what happened in Minnesota about these cops that just strangled this guy to death, all right? And they're out there protesting and rioting and bullshit. And I looked at this clip and seen these guys with fringes on standing up like they're in the fucking army looking all militant, and the speaker has on a African t-shirt, a shirt that says Africa with the continent on it. And I'm like, all right, even if these guys are novices or new to this thing, they're not going to have on no fucking shirt with Africa on it. So I say, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. This is a part of that slander campaign, because all of these atrocities that you see on the earth, rumors of war, all these prophecies coming to pass, rumors of wars, uproars amongst the people, all right, World War III on the cusp, all of it's gonna come back and come down to Revelation, the 12th chapter, the 12th verse, full circle. Matter of fact, let me get it. Let me just get these precepts. All right, I'm gonna get two of them. All right, all of these prophecies coming to pass is going to end up coming to this precept right here. This is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And that dragon is the nation of Rome, man. These Romans, these modern-day Romans, all right? All right, who you know as Americans, Anglo-Saxons, so on and so forth. And they're going to come down on the woman who is the nation of Israel. The Most High is liking the nation of Israel to a tender and delicate woman. The elect is going to be, when you read 2 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, Paul say he's offered up the elect as a chaste virgin to Yahweh Shema Shai. So that's that woman. And this devil is going to come down with great wrath when you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latin-speaking people of the earth, man, because we're the only threat to his power seat, man. When we come out and teach the truth of the scriptures, they know that our Heavenly Father comes and defends us. So with all that being said, all of these things that you see going on, the radio frequency identification chip about to come out, uproars of the people, earthquakes in diverse places, all these prophecies come to pass, is going to come full circle to this devil attacking and trying to kill the nation of Israel and wipe us off, according to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, as being a nation. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 69, and it reads, and they that consented to, I'm going to start, all right, at 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent to them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden under the foot. For there shall be in every great place and in every next city is great insurrection on those that fear the Lord. All right, that's what I should have started at right there. All right, the insurrection is going to come down on the men of the Lord. That's who's the devil going to come down with great wrath because he know he got but a short time. All these prophecies we are seeing, they're going to ultimately be circled around these two scriptures, Revelation 12:12, 2 Ezra 16:7. All right. There's going to be a great insurrection on those that fear the Lord first and foremost, and the rest of the nation, the rest of our nation. But the Most High created vessels of honor and dishonor. We're talking about the vessels of honor. So if you rocking in the spirit, all right, and you know how this devil get down, that he's going to have a slandering, a demonization campaign and a slander campaign. Why do this stupid shit right here? Check this shit out. And these are angel provocateurs.
Murder charges are not going to stick. They pulled that trick on us too many times. We want these people to be prosecuted for.
You see, now look, this is what this devil want to do. All right, the Southern Poverty Law Center has already had us deemed as terrorists. All right, domestic terrorists. Now this guy got on an African shirt. Now this is 9 times out of 10 these guys work for the government. I'm gonna tell you why. Because even if it's some young brothers that's just coming into this thing, even a baby, all right, no matter what camp you listen to, none of them is going to have on an African fucking shirt, all right? They might at best have on a shirt with fringes on like these guys in the background, but they're not going to have on an African shirt, all right? So this is this devil with his Jedi mind tricks, all right? He's trying to trump us together with these black power, what's the word? The politically correct word? Pro-black niggas that are militant, all right? And that's not us. Our weapons of warfare are spiritual, all right, for the pulling down the strongholds. All we're here to do is tear down lies and tell the truth. That's it. That's all we need to. Our only weapon of war is this Bible, all right? And the Most High giving us an understanding of history. We're here to tell the lies, tear down the lies that's written in the history books, and funnel the truth of history through the scriptures and link them up with the scriptures and tell the future what's going to happen. That's it. We don't need no guns. We don't need no computers. All right, you use the computers to push the truth, but I'm talking about as weapons. We don't need none of that shit. All right, so these guys here are probably government inserts that's put out there, and the next thing you know, when they show the clips of people rioting and people breaking shit, all right, they're gonna trump these guys up with these with the borders of blue. Man, I hate when my mind freezes up like that. All right, but these guys with their fringes on and try to show them as if they're being militant. Look the way these guys are standing up.
Manslaughter, because them charges gonna stick, and that sentence gonna be long still, and that's what we want. Because guess what? George has never have his life back again. That's right. This man can serve 15 years in prison and still get out and still be able to continue life.
You see these guys mugged up. Their posture is like they're militant. It's like they want war. That's not how we get down, man. All right, man, we just out there to tell the truth of the scriptures. And no Israelite camp would definitely have on a shirt that say African student, man. These are government agents. These government agent provocateurs, all right, is implanted there by the so-called white man. No Hebrew Israelite get down like that. Now, you do have the outfit camps that'll go down there and be with the protesters and shit, but none of them is going to have on an African shirt, all right? These dudes is feds, man.
It's going to be hard, but he still can breathe. He can still talk to his family. George can't. So some change needs to happen.
See, you got this guy's shirt say African students, but you got 2 so-called Hebrew Israelites behind him backing him up, all right? That's madness, man. That's madness, but this is how the devil get down. See, all this stuff is going to come full circle, and they're going to have some bullshit that's going to happen, and they're going to put the Hebrew Israelites on the forefront. All right, Donald Trump is talking about shutting down social media. All right, all that has to play with who they're about to deem public enemy number 1, the so-called troublemakers. All right, the threat to the power seat. All right, this earth has a covering cast. It's drenched in lies. The men of the Lord are light bearers, all right? We here to tell the truth of the scriptures, okay? So when you tell the truth, the only threat to the devil, Diablos, the deceiver's throne is the ones telling the truth. And these guys, they are not in the spirit, man. All right, if you're in the spirit, all right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, all right? Talking about the so-called white man, the nation of Edom, these Idumeans, all right? For we are not ignorant of his devices. That's one of his devices, man, all right? That's one of his devices, all right? Counterintelligence, all right? Divide and conquer, all right? When he get these guys out here and he controls the narrative and demonizes us, he's going to use our own people, all right? They back there in their fringes, and they represent the Hebrew Israelites. Then you're going to see a terrorist attack or something happen down there, and they're going to do just like Nero did during in the time of Rome. All right? He's going to burn the city down and say it was the Israelites. There's nothing new under the sun. So those guys, man, them is government implants, man. You can't get around it, man. You can't get around it. No Kemp get down like that. Ain't no Kemp gonna have a even bubble out blackfish bugged out ass ain't gonna have a shirt that's saying African students. All right, we know what the word Africa means, what it's derived from. You learn that in any Israelite camp that you go to. All right. If those dudes back in the background with those fringes on, were truly Hebrew Israelites, they would tell him to take off their shirt. All right, so yeah, that's it on there. Let me get some in these precepts, man. All right, I'm gonna start off in Genesis 3:1. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We know how he get down. All right, we know he's a deceiver. All right, he's a magician. All right, this is now the serpent was more subtle than any of the beasts of the field which Yahweh had created and made. All right, now this is the Most High talking parabolically, metaphorically, allegorically. This is not a literal beast or an animal. This is not a literal serpent. The Most High likens heathens to beasts, okay? Because they don't have no laws, statutes, and commandments to govern them. They're no different than animals, all right? They eat anything. They do anything, all right? They don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai dealing with them. So they're a beast, all right? They wasn't made in Yahweh Shema Shai's image, all right? They wasn't getting laws and order, okay? And out of all of the beasts of the field, he say the nation of Edom was the most subtle, the most crafty, the most cunning, all right? The basis of all of the nations, all right? And he said unto the woman, yeah, Yahweh have said, you shall not eat of the tree of the garden. All right, now let me go into this word serpent. All right. This is Genesis 3:1. I'm going to the blue letter. We're going to dissect this word serpent. All right. It's the Hebrew word nakash.
Strong's H 5175. Nachash. Nachash.
All right, but we're going to end up going to the root word. All right, serpent, snake, image of the serpent. All right, fleeing serpent. All right, it's mythological. That's what it's all about. It's not real. It's not literal. You can't read the scripture and take it literal, but let's go to the root word and see what we come up with. All right. One that practiced divination. All right. So this is a magician. All right. When you go to a circus or you go to a magic show, what you see, what the magician is doing, he's deceiving you with illusions. All right. Divinations. All right. Observer of signs, learn by experience, diligently observe, practice fortune telling, taken as an omen, to practice divination. So this guy is a magician, all right? This devil, he deals with trickery, all right, which is witchcraft, okay? So what you see right here is trickery. It's not what it looks like. These guys are not Hebrew Israelites, man. These guys are government implants, and this devil is going to deceive the masses and do a false flag, using guys like this to demonize the men of the Lord that are telling the truth, that would never do a terrorist attack. All right, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. And you shouldn't be either, man. If you, when all hell break loose, the men of the Lord are not going to be down there with the riots, so going in the store, spoiling shit, walking around with the protesters, saying, hands up, don't shoot, all that bullshit, man. All right? If you're in the spirit, man, you going to be hiding yourself. This is, because you know what's about to come down the pipe. This is, Proverbs 3:22. And it reads, no, I'm tripping, 22:3. I had it backwards. Salakia Aki. Bear with me. This is Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil. See, we foresee the evil. So we're not going to go down to ground zero while hell going to break loose. This devil going to use drones when these people start uproaring. They're going to shoot right into the motherfucking crowds and multitudes of people. They're going to drop bombs from drones on those people, man. Okay? They're gonna spray out poisonous gases and shit. You'll be a damn fool to go down there with those people protesting, man, in these last days. Okay? It's just not, we foresee the evil. We know how this devil get down. And hide of himself. The way you hide yourself, man, is you come to these rivers of living water. You get locked in with the men of the Lord and get occupied in prophecy and learn these scriptures, man, so you could be in reality. A man is in reality is not going to go nowhere near this fucking devil. You're going to actually be getting ready to get off the fucking grid, man. All right? Because you foresee of either. You're in reality. You're going to get built up with knowledge and wisdom because that's the only thing that's going to stabilize you in these trying times. But the simple pass on and destroy. If those guys are novice, they're simple and they're going to get destroyed. You don't go down to ground zero when you know all this shit about to happen. But I don't think those guys are novice because the African shirt is just a dead giveaway. Esau getting sloppy. Esau just getting sloppy. They either sellouts or just straight up, and that's government informants, or straight up implants, all right? And grew him a beard, standing up all militant and shit. All right, giving off that aura that Esau wants to give out. Oh, man, he's the domestic terrorist. They doing the same shit. They're going to get bombs and strap them on themselves and do the same shit the Taliban was doing. All right, he's always controlling that narrative, man. So that's a example of his trickery, of his sorcery, of his cunningness, of his subtlety. Okay? All this devil do is beguile the simple, man. All right? And that's what he was created to do. That's what the Most High created him to do. This is Revelation 20:7. And it reads, and when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. All right? He's loosed out of his prison. All right? He got out of his prison during the 1400s, during the so-called Renaissance period. All right? The rebirth of him coming back in power. And he shall go out and deceive the nations. That's what he's created to do, to deceive the nations, man. And which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle. All right. So that's what the Most High raised him up for, to deceive people, to bewitch people, man, beguile people. All right. To put a covering cast on the planet earth and have people believing lies. Okay. All right. The scriptures say, woe to them that call good evil and evil good. That's what this devil does, man. So, I mean, if you're a man of the Lord, man, don't be going down there to them protests. Even if you're going down there to spoil, or I'm going to run in the building. You know what I mean? You're not in the spirit, man. You ought to be getting ready to get off the grid and getting built up in these scriptures, fasting and praying that Yahweh Shema Shah, that your flight don't come in the winter, and that he will stabilize you and give you the strength to, if you got to be a martyr, that he put your spirit stronger than whatever penalty we got to go through, whatever death we got to go through, that he'll protect you and your household, you and your Akim, man. So with that, Lord willing to sit down was edifying to the hearers. I want to give infinite honors to Yahweh, Shema Shah, by Shirin Kakadash, double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shah, Yasharallah, Ba.